Yeah, hi. Alrighty, folks, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your late, out of date AEW All Out 2023 review. This pay per view happened on my birthday. Legit, September 3rd is my birthday. And I'll be honest with you, I did not want to see wrestling on my birthday, especially when I knew that the show was not intriguing. Going into the show, obviously the card looked fucking terrible. It did not look grand. Like, it literally looked like a Dynamite or a Collision. It looked like legit a glorified house show or just a basic glorified fucking Dynamite. It literally like a Dynamite on pay-per-view, which you're spending 50 fucking bucks. And this was for years their WrestleMania. Now they're treating All In as their WrestleMania, whatever. But to be fair, if you think about it, All In and All Out are basically their WrestleManias now. And All Out is their night too. But the problem with this show is that this show is not as big as their All In show, since that show has 80,000 people. Now this show literally had like fucking less. It had literally fucking had like 90% less of that. And not just that, like obviously the big thing, no CM Punk, right? And this was their hometown hero. Surprisingly, Smarks did not mind that too much, besides certain matches. But yeah, it's but like this was the show. They did everything for CM Punk. Their hometown hero, whatever. This guy was going to be on the show. Now they're claiming that CM Punk ruined the card. Bunch of bullshit. You already fucked up when you were booking this show to happen after All In, and with no build. A lot of these matches had no build or story, made no sense, and they're not really pay-per-view worthy. Now going after the show, now seeing what happened, what transpired. I did not watch this show live because I wanted to enjoy my birthday. And not just that, I'll be honest with you, this show was not worth watching on my birthday. Okay? Wrestling for years has not been worth watching my birthday. Besides, I will say, actually I'll take that back. Last year, and the beauty of when last year pay-per-view happened on my birthday, it was Clash of the Castle. It happened during the daytime in my area. Obviously, it was the UK show. It happened at night there. But watching it on my fucking birthday, when it was a daytime, before I do stuff on the night, it was great. I had a great lunch that day, and freaking, just watching wrestling, with my mother and my brother that day, and after a long time of wrestling, watching wrestling with them, and we actually enjoyed the show. And it felt, honestly, more like a WrestleMania than both All In and All Out. Because that show was actually really good. It actually was cool. I remember watching that show. I liked it. It actually also felt like more like a WrestleMania than Lana shows. It felt like more, honestly, like a WrestleMania than even last year's WrestleMania. All Out, I'm sorry, but I'm surprised that a lot, people are going to be like, Tony Khan's done it then. Tony Khan's missed the pay-per-view. What are you guys watching? I feel like the only reason, why Smarks are praising this is because, again, it's the Smarkiest matches. This is Smart bait. And I don't get... Okay, first of all, I did watch the highlights and I fucking rewatched some of the things. And I saw mostly it was a highlight thing. Because then how am I going to try to watch the matches? I'm no way spending 50 bucks, especially on a show where it's literally looked like glorified Dynamite. Did it surprise me? No. It did surprise me, sure, in certain matches. I'm not saying certain matches were bad. I can see why probably people did not hate the show entirely. But to say that this was a great show, and now Tony Khan surprised and pulled up an upset and saying this show was great, that you don't need CM Punk, and this show was fucking amazing, that it went over expectations and whatever. I'm sorry, I think you're lying, because again, you're that much, like, a lot of these AEW fans are pretty much AEW fans, like, they're fucking, no matter what, they're gonna praise AEW because they like smarky wrestling, they like this indie fucking bullshit wrestling, and two, because they can't see no wrong, they're gonna praise it no matter what, even though they know deep down it's not good. And I say that I did not like certain things about All Out? No. I do think that it did surprise me in certain matches, even though, to be fair, again, was this still worth fucking spending either 50 bucks or whatever, I watched it online. Was it worth I watched basically like after the show ended. I saw. Thankfully, there was highlights. And for some reason, I see the video. I don't know. A lot of these people, they fucking. It's these like stupid Indian people. I hate these Indians, man. I'm before your motherfuckers say I'm not Indian though. Really not those. These Indian people that fucking help with the show, and it's like how to something about how to make money. They fucking put the how to make money in the end, and they fucking shorten the video obviously because just a cock tease people to watch the fucking highlights, which is why I remember. But again, I saw those highlights. Based on my opinion, and if I'm a bad guy for not watching the show live, excuse me for trying to enjoy life. From what I've seen, sure, there are certain things that, was this the worst pay-per-view in the world? No. It was not worst pay-per-view or the worst AEW, whatever, but let's be honest here. This show, if this is supposed to be one of their WrestleManias, is nowhere near supposed to be a top show. And of course, this show was not great. Definitely All In was way better than this show. All In was way better than this show. And even though All In, also, they rushed the card. All Out, I'm sorry, but it wasn't that great. I don't understand why people are saying this was an awesome show. It suppressed expectations, and they didn't need to have a world title match or some rush trying to story match. Like, no, I'm sorry. This would have been fine for a Dynamite. Okay, let's be honest here. This would have been fine for a Dynamite. Was this fine for a pay-per-view where you're spending 50 fucking bucks? No, I'm sorry. It was not worth watching as a pay-per-view. As a pay-per-view, as a supposed WrestleMania, it was not great. It was not good. It was a Dynamite, a regular Dynamite. It would get the excuse that, okay, if you're doing all of this on a Dynamite, then sure. It's not a terrible show. It's not a bad show. But you're spending 50 bucks on this. A lot of these matches were not even that great. A lot of these matches filled with jobbers, ROH shit. This is AEW, by the way. Okay, AEW. And you're defending ROH titles on this show. This is supposed to be one of their WrestleManias. One of their nights. There's night 2. How is it like, it's like reverse. Night 1 is All In and night 2 is All Out. And fucking night 1 is clearly mattered more. I mean, obviously, like, I don't like WrestleMania doing 2 nights. I don't like that. But, whatever. At least they both feel important. All In and All Out. All In and All Out. Like, you should try to make both shows important. And I don't care that, MJF, no. MJF, have him defend the title. It's fucking, people are like, 2020, it's 20, I hate to beat those people, it's 2023. It's 2023, people. I hate to beat like that, people. It is 2023, and you have to have, like, if it even means rushing, it should at least been like a storyline-wise. You could have even done, even though I would have hated it, like an idea, like Roderick Strong versus MJF at fucking All Out and shit, like, I don't know. Or, again, if Punk did not, you could have easily have done CM Punk versus MJF before Punk getting released or whatever. You could have easily have done fucking, heck, a top star versus MJF. You would do these rush fucking matches for MJF and Adam Cole Gay to face them for the tag titles with the jobbers. But you can't have they didn't have Jericho on the show. You didn't have Sting on the show. Your top stars for this supposed night 2 of your WrestleMania. Of course they're not calling it night 2, right? But this show is still 50 bucks, and this was their WrestleMania for the past few years. Now it's fucking nothing. This show did not feel big time. I'm sorry, it just felt like a fucking regular Dynamite. Which, I mean, usually I don't care for the Dynamites. I think they're just indie bullshit. But again, there's like a lot of indie bullshit anyways on this show. But it would have been fine for a Dynamite. I'm sorry, it's just, obviously a lot of matches are too long. How would they all do this on the Dynamite? But let's be honest here. Like, if you shorten the matches or whatever, a lot of matches are pretty long for the sake of being long, because that's what Smark's like. And this show went on, I think, for 4 fucking hours. Come on here, like, no. Grab a Coco's drink, let's make magnificent spam, makes bitches go, oh shit. Especially on my, especially in honor of me. Do it in honor of me for my birthday, folks. Oh shit. What I'm trying to say is this show is just not worth being a pay-per-view. A lot of these things were. It's just. I'm sorry. I don't understand why fucking a lot of fans were praising this show. It did not surpass expectations. Obviously, it's a subjective opinion. But I'm sorry. The card looked like it was going to suck. It did honestly suck. Sure, there were some matches that surprised me, and they were not bad. But obviously, the bill were not great. So that's the problem. Like, maybe if the bill was good, and if the show was good, then sure, I would fucking enjoy the show. Look forward to the show more if the bill was good. Obviously, I'm not gonna care about the bill because a lot of these wrestlers I'm not a fan of. I'm not a fan of a lot of this indie bullshit. But like, come on here. It was not worth $50. It's not worth being a pay-per-view. If you take maybe half of this card, put it on Dynamite, half of it put on Collision or whatever, something, maybe the shows would have been better compared to a fucking Dynamite Collision. And honestly, it feels like it should be on Dynamite. Heck, you could have done all these matches on a Dynamite, shortened some matches, fill it for TV time. You would probably have a better Dynamite than usual. Come on, dude. This was literally an ROH, fucking AEW ROH partnership, stupid, glorified, stupid indie show. A show without CM Punk, whatever, man. I don't even care. Like, because here's the thing. Even if you had Punk on the show, would the show have been better? Okay, would the show have been better? Again, they already fucked themselves with All In being a week before. 2, obviously, taking away Punk does hurt yourself. 3, you're not having the MJF fucking defending his title, and you didn't have the tag titles were defended. You instead did a fucking 8-man tag you could have seen on a Dynamite. You did a lot of these matches you could have seen on a Dynamite. This was, again, I'm sorry, it felt like a glorified fucking Dynamite on pay-per-view. And I'm not trying to, that's not what it should be. Wasn't a good show, I'm sorry. My opinion. Was it terrible? Not entirely, but wasn't fucking good. You could, and this just sucks. Like, you could easily build what happened from All In to All Out with some matches doing. Sure, you're doing. If I'm saying like doing rematches, but you do like with stipulations, like basically the title changes from that show. You do a rematch on All Out, different stipulations. That way people would care. Same thing with fucking a lot of some matches. Like, why couldn't you have made some matches for like number 1 contenders for titles? Like, imagine maybe fucking if. Let's say, for instance, Darby Allin Sting versus Christian Cage and Swerve Strickland. Whoever wins that match gets a tag title shot. Imagine how already you could make people care about FTR versus Sting and Darby Allin on this show. Obviously, they already fucking booked Luchasaurus versus Darby Allin. Then maybe you could have done some bullshit where he's competing night 2. I don't know, some stupid shit. Something you gotta do. Or heck! Why not this pay-per-view? In this pay-per-view, you could have done MJF and Adam Cole. We have our titles on our own. Then they fuck. Because honestly, why is there a need to be an ROH show? Why do we need ROH? Why? Why do we need it? We don't need ROH. ROH is dead. Okay? You kill the fucking market for it. Because again, AEW is the market for that fucking demographic for those people. You could have unified the titles on this fucking show. Honestly, that's what I would have just done. Stuff like that. Maybe even like MJF. Like, maybe his title was on the line too in this match if you were to do. Or you could have easily done like MJF versus someone, whoever wins fucking All In like a match. You could imagine if, like, let's say like Jericho was to win against fucking Will Ospreay, somebody, or some match. One match from that show that was like a one-on-one type of deal. They earned an opportunity to face MJF. You could have made those like those matches a number 1 contenders match, shit like that. And then you could go from there. What I would have done, obviously, I would have had Punk versus MJF. 2 world champs or whatever. Heck, I would have fucking fired Punk right after. If you needed to fucking fire, you could have easily done the match right there. On All Out. To make people care. And watch, we're going to deal with this shit again. Next year. Because they're going to want to do All In and All Out. Whatever, I don't know. Whatever, let them do what the fuck, but I'm just like, again, all these solutions could have been solved. Am I saying it's a problem to do a 1-week pay-per-view? Not entirely if you have a proper mindset. Because again, WWE did a pay-per-view. They did SummerSlam and then Payback the week after. Well, at the time I didn't, but if anything, they made you still care about the idea because you were still looking forward to it for a reason, and it felt more big time because Roman returned at that time, and you cared already because like Roman was gonna be on that show, and he was turning heel. You cared, so they managed to make both pay-per-views to care about both nights. You know, it can be done with proper build. It can be done, folks. I'm pretty sure you made people care about like a Saturday night main event and then a pay-per-view after that. I don't remember which pay-per-view, but like you did stuff like that. You're gonna have to be some rematches or some bullshit, but it's gotta be stories, people. I'm sorry, but a lot of these rush builds are not hoping, and it's just a turn off, but whatever. Let's go on with the show. Hangman Page won some battle royal, something called the over budget charity battle royal. You would think maybe this could have been, maybe the winner gets a title shot or whatever. I don't know. It's just a budget. I mean, sure, it's cool doing charities, but like, again, we're doing charities, guys. We're doing charities. Remember what Tony Khan had to mention, and I have to credit Vince Russo for this. If they're really a good guy, you wouldn't mention that, oh, it's for charity, the fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre thing. You know? You only mention because, you know, people are bashing it. Just saying, like, you shouldn't really say it. Whatever, this was a... So, they're not good enough to put Hangman Page on the card. They're one of their supposed big top stars, but they're putting a battle royal with a pre-show, like, whatever. Second match, Hikaru Shida, Will Nightingale, and Sky Blue defeat Antina, Mercedes Martinez, and then Monte with, I don't know, what the fuck is this shit? It's some stupid, fugly, fucking garbage match. Like, who cares? Like, this is, again, a Dynamite. Like, why does this have to happen? And the main event of the pre-show, the Acclaimed with basically the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn, along with Dennis Rodman on their corner, which, like, again, it's Dennis Rodman. You know, he's returning to AEW, or he's returning to wrestling. And apparently that's their big get for fucking, because CM Punk is gone. And he's on the pre-show. Whatever, but they're facing the fucking Jeff Jarrett, Setman Singh, and Jay Lethal. They beat them. Again, there's no story, no build for this shit. Why should we care? And again, like, why, I understand, you know, oh, why would you do the House of Black and the Acclaim again? I would have saved the fucking handshake for this pay-per-view. Because you basically took away the idea of doing a rematch, which they could have done on this pay-per-view, make it a different stipulation with this shit, and that already could have made people care. I would have done that. You could have done, again, basically a rematch from All In, maybe turn to a ladder match, something, a tag team elimination match, something, for the trios titles. And then people would have, you know, that would have already... Again, I feel like a lot of rematches could have happened. What is it? What people have called this show? Like a lot of rematch of Mania or something? Well, sometimes rematches are necessary if you're going to do advancing a story and just, you know, kind of finish a feud. Because they were basically feuding. You know? But whatever. This is a nothing match. Whatever, Jeff Jarrett's on, but he's on a pre-show, whatever, I don't know, whatever, it's done, it's done. The first match, Better Than You, Baby, Adam Cole, Gay, and MJF, they defeated the Dark Order. Are you fucking kidding me? The Dark Order. So, yeah, the Dark Order. They won the Battle Royal. They won the Battle Royal with a shot to face MJF and Adam Cole. I'm thinking to myself, what in their bright mind would lead to the Dark Order. And Adam Cole and MJF fucking basically, they're struggling to beat them also in this fucking match. And not just that, okay, the Dark Order. One of the most jobberish groups in the fucking world. And they win. They're only relevant because Brody Lee died. Let's be fucking for real here. Let's be for real here. And I like Luke Harper. I like Brody Lee. They only exist because he's dead. It was a joke from the beginning. And is joke still now. And what's even more a joke, and this is why I don't like modern wrestling, this is why I struggle to like guys like MJF or whatever, or just, is because, you know, if wrestling was back in the day, MJF and Adam Cole would have squashed these motherfuckers like this. Even though technically Adam Cole kind of fits on wrestling these guys. I mean, maybe that's why he struggled. So they did this thing where MJF, you know, his neck is painful, is in pain, and blah, blah, blah. He got taken out. But, like, you're building up the idea that Adam Cole can go with MJF. That basically Adam Cole is just as the same caliber as MJF. Yet, he's struggling to beat these two jobbers. What are you doing? And, again, I don't care about this match. Because it's again, two jobbers. No story with this. Two jobbers. And they're the number one contender. Like, how does this make any fucking sense? And they're fighting for a title that's not even part of the promotion. And this is your opening match. I did not give a fuck about this match. I thought this was stupid. Not believable. It just, I don't care. I don't. What doesn't help also is that, like, again, the top ROH tag title. Are you kidding me? Like, fucking who cares? You know what's also stupid is that you guys have so many other tag teams that have a name value. The Hardys were in the fucking Battle Royal. I remember something like the Hardys and all these other tag team like that they have. But like, yeah, God forbid the Hardys. You have them lose the fuck. You can't have the Hardys like be on the show. But you have the Dark Order. That's like saying WWE has the New Age Outlaws. Like, let's be figuratively, if Billy Gunn was there, Road Dogg was wrestling. Let's say they have the New Age Outlaws, but instead of the Battle Royal to earn a shot for them, to have somebody on TV, they instead put fucking some jobber tag team like Los Notorious instead of fucking the New Age Outlaws on a fucking tag team title match. Come on here. Like the Dudley. You can switch even the Dudleys. They have the Dudleys. But instead, Los Notorious wins a Battle Royal. And they're facing the World Champion. Want to have the tag. Like, how does that make any sense? And how will people care about watching a pay-per-view for that? Come on. Dark Order. Dark Order. Not even the fucking gay-ass Aussie Open. You could have done that shit. You could have even done fucking... I mean, I don't even know what or care about an Aussie Open. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. You could have easily done the Kingdom. Even though I don't give a... I just like, who gives a fuck about the Kingdom, fuck? Like, who are the Kingdom? I don't care about the Kingdom. I don't care about this indie shit. But that would have made more sense based on what you've been trying to do throughout this time. Just saying. MJF came back, he fucking helps fucking Adam Cole, they did a double clothesline, which I do respect in an old school wrestling sense. They're using a classic move. And they win. And it's like, hell yeah. Like, good on fucking, you know, something getting over. You know, if only wrestling was more like, you know, I'm happy, stuff like that. And that's why I kind of like what they're doing with Adam Cole and MJF. I like it. I like it. And I never thought I would fucking like anything that Adam Cole does. It's just the only problem is just like, come on, you gotta make, you know, these ring psychology things gotta make sense. And again, I'm not really a fan of Adam Cole as a just by his own or whatever, but you know, I like that, you know, the old school idea of having a double clothesline and, you know, as a finisher. I like it. I will not lie to you about that. After the match, Samoa Joe comes out. Samoa Joe pushes MJF when he was walking. So basically, this was a callback to NXT, Because NXT, MJF was basically Samoa Joe's bodyguard. They were trying to, kind of rip off Goldberg at the time. And MJF was basically, like, enhancement talent at the time. And then he got pushed by Samoa Joe back in NXT. I don't remember what show it was. It could have been maybe one NXT takeover, whatever. So as a throwback of that, MJF got angry. Adam Cole tries to calm him down, and then we get in the ring. MJF fucking goes to attack fucking Samoa Joe. They brawl a little bit, but then fucking Samoa Joe has him on the guillotine, which basically weakens MJF because of his neck, and they both get separated. I'm not gonna lie to you. This does kind of give me a little bit of the treatment of watching a feud, because again, MJF is kind of, again, a good character with him. Samoa Joe being like a little piece of shit. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. This was one of the only things I really like about the show. It just, if only this happened on a fucking Dynamite, and you could have easily built this up for a pay-per-view. Wouldn't that have been great, huh? Samoa Joe defeats some jobber. This was basically the first hour of ROH shit. He defeats some guy named Shane Taylor. And why should I care about this show? Yeah. The third match, ladies and gentlemen. Luchasaurus representing the best fodder in the world, Christian Cage. They had some guy had a sign about fucking Christian Cage's fodder of the year. Defeated Darby Allin with Nick Wayne in his corner. Sting was not there. Yeah, you're supposed to pay me no Sting. Whatever. Darby Allin got the shit kicked out of him. But again, it was kind of unbelievable with a guy like Luchasaurus, who should basically be like a monster, is struggling to beat Darby Allin. But, he basically brutalized Darby Allin, but then Darby Allin came back. He's like, I got hard. It made no sense. The guy was bloodied. He fucking got steel steps on top of him. And then he still fucking was fighting. Like, how does that make any fucking sense with in-ring psychology? It really does not. Especially in terms of believability. It does not make sense. There's no logic. That's the problem with modern wrestling. There's no real good logic with this shit. It takes away your fucking belief. Anyways, fucking Luchasaurus basically destroyed him. But, like, Darby Allin kept fighting back. Or he fucking, for some reason, had some offense. It made no sense. Overall, the show ended with Luchasaurus doing a tombstone pile driver. Like, great. So we're gonna use Undertaker's finishing moves. We're gonna take fucking the best moves in wrestling, like, which are like should be fucking ending the match, and turn into spots now. Like, great. And a fucking clothesline, like, whatever. Man, God forbid, protecting legends' moves, huh? Ay. But yeah, Luchasaurus wins, which, okay, fine, whatever. Some people were thinking Darby. I wasn't even thinking Darby in some stupid damn way, but hey, I'm happy Luchasaurus wins. The fourth match, Miro defeated Powerhouse Hobbs. This actually surprised me and was a not bad match. I saw the highlights of this. Definitely like this match for a big man match, right? Which is like their size. I would mind. I would not. I would mind, or I would care if there was a story. There was not really a good story for this match, but they basically made me care because of what I saw with the highlights. This was a good powerhouse match, given no pun intended. A good match with just them be doing power moves, showcasing them, power moves. I like it. I like this match. Definitely one of the few matches I liked from the show. Miro's about the window at the fucking, his Rusev clutch move. Was it the fucking, I forgot his submission call, whatever. Powerhouse Hobbs got out of it, but then, eventually weakening him, and then he does the fucking submission move again. The Rusev Clash! Whatever the move is called now. And Rusev wins. For some reason, Powerhouse Hobbs shakes his hand. Like, don't y'all hate each other for some reason? And he attacks him, get it, what a twist. Like, you kind of obviously thought of it. But then, Lana, or CJ Perry. Lana, ladies and gentlemen, Lana looked good. I don't know what, again, I'm not a fan that she cut her hair. She looked good. Miro, you good, man. You fucking smacked that ass, bro. Good stuff. Good stuff, man. Hey, Lana. There's a reason why a lot of people like Lana, man. Obviously, I wish that she had a character where she was still like speaking with a Russian accent, but then she also loses her accent, whatever. But anyways, you know, Lana. She's back. And then basically had her fucking, she had her Titantron hot and flexible. It was like, make that her gimmick, that'll be fucking great. So she comes out. That's the problem with AEW. Everybody debuts in this fucking company. All debut wrestling, huh? Everybody fucking come to this company. It's like, great, another one. But you know what? Hey, this is a welcoming debut. I'm not gonna lie, this is a welcoming debut. I'm already liking this more than probably like, you know, a lot of things CM Punk has done. And there's no real, but you know, Lana, man, it's looking good. Miro, fucking go have them fucking Bulgarian babies and shit. They're Aryan race, we need them. Okay, come on. But seriously, fucking Lana. Oh, there's her slave maiden. It's CJ Perry. You guys don't even like Lana. Shut up. Whatever, Lana. She fucking comes to the ring right after fucking Power Hobbs like saw her. But he kept attacking Rusev. Oh, there's an ass like that. I don't give a fuck. Whatever. Miro, she uses the chair on Power Hobbs. It doesn't affect him. He goes to target her, but then Miro gets the fucking chair, hits him, affected him, and then fucking Miro looks at Lana or whatever, CJ Perry, and he walks away. He's like, "You're not real." Basically acting like that airport bitch, like that, like you're not real. Like, I mean, I don't know that fucking thing. All I know is that people memed about that. I don't know what the full context is, nor do I care. But whatever. If you want to know what's real, hey, look at my fucking my long fucking package, and I'll tell you how real it is. I don't know. But yeah, fucking Miro. I'm talking about the airport bitch. Lana can join too. But fucking Miro that says you're not real. Like, oh, is it some? I don't know. Is it something carry on from WWE? I don't know. Basically, like, I don't know. Are they going with this thing where Miro is like, we don't know what they're doing with this. This is gonna lead to something. Does this mean that maybe Miro is like, he thinks his wife is dead type of deal, or some fucking character thing, like, which we'll have to see. Like, I don't know. Like, does he think his wife is dead, or something about his wife that haunts him and he doesn't believe? I don't fucking. We'll see. I don't know. I'm kind of intrigued. I am intrigued in some sort of way. So, you know, there you go. Fifth match. Chris Statlander defeats Ruby Soho because Toni Storm turned on her teammates. Like, not do I give a fuck. I don't care. And no one cares about this. Isn't that funny? Again, Chris Statlander, the woman who dethroned Jade Cargill's long reign, and it's just an afterthought. Like, so much for this company. This is the problem with this fucking company. Sixth match of the official show. Bryan Danielson defeated Ricky Starks by technical submission, a no disqualification strap match. Aren't any strap match no DQ by logic, or they're supposed to be? I'm not a fan of Ricky Starks, and it makes sense for him to wrestle Bryan Danielson with the moves they did because they're like the same weight class. This was like perfect for like a cruiserweight division type of shit. But you know what? This match was not. This was really good. I'm not gonna lie to you. From what I saw from the highlights of this match, this was really good. It was bloody. They used the strap. It was definitely a very good strap match. I like it. Given though, unfortunately, this match didn't have much of a story, it just brought in Bryan Danielson to return again. He said, "Isn't he a heel?" Oh yeah, get it? He has the final countdown. Like, he has that fucking stupid song that he did in the Indies. Like, how does it make sense for his character? Like, the final countdown. What are you fucking counting down, bro? Like, what in your character makes sense that, again, especially with the American Dragon, you're better off just having the American Dragon, drag it up, American Dragon, the American Dragon Jake Long, it's a video. Man, I miss that show, man. I love that show. But yeah, I don't know, that's more suited to the final countdown or whatever. Anyways, I don't know, they buy this stupid, so whatever. So Bryan Danielson, yeah, this was a good match. Bloodied, using the straps. Fucking Bryan Danielson used the fucking straps to do the label lock. It's good. They used the straps, fucking brawling around, bloody. It was good, you know. What can you want? What more you can? It was not. There's nothing, you know. It's I guess you. It's just they used the strap. It was funny, you know, hard hitting. The moves involved were good, you know, not bad. You know, they were selling. They actually sell good in this match, so it's like, yeah, I can't really hate it. You know, this is perfect for like definitely a mid card like division type of shit. Like obviously, there's like Ricky Starks. I don't see him as a main eventer. Bryan Danielson, he just is like because of his you know WWE tenure and shit like that. But and his indie cred, but hey, wasn't a bad match. I can't complain. You know, they just used straps. Good fucking end sequence. I can't hate it. Oh yeah, Ricky Starks got involved, I believe. No, not Ricky. Ricky Steamboat got involved. He was on commentary. Again, I like seeing Ricky Steamboat. He did help Bryan Danielson because Big Bill or Big Cass was getting involved. So it's like good involving him a little bit. So you know, like seeing that, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. 7 match, the Blackpool Combat Club, which is fucking Claudio Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta defeats Eddie Kingston and Kasaru Shibata. Like, I give a fuck. This is literally a fucking match like you would probably see on a Rampage. Let's be honest here. Who gives a shit? 8th match, Konosuke Takeshita defeats Kenny Omega. This was a long match. Very long. There's a long problem with these matches, long matches, which is a problem. Like, I'm sorry, again, a lot of these matches are long just sake of piece marks. But I'm not gonna lie, again, despite the no selling from this match, and again, a lot of moves just for the sake of impressing smarts. They do a lot of moves like fucking we're not a lot of selling or fucking a lot of like. It wasn't a bad match. It was good. You know, I'm not denying the in-ring ability of both men doing power moves because you know they're like the same weight class and shit. The moves are it was a good match, hard hitting. It was good. You know, obviously there's a story with this because of the Don Callis. I did like the match. I will credit this was a very good match. It was very good. Definitely, I would say the strap match was better. I really liked that match. But this was definitely and even the power. But this was definitely a good match, dude. Definitely, which is why I will say this. Despite like this show really not being a big show worthy, you know, for a pay-per-view, I will give credit. Like this show, like it had like 3 matches which you know, it kind of thought like maybe this just wasn't really that bad of a show. It doesn't feel like this is supposed to be their biggest show, and it doesn't even feel that great. But this match was definitely good, very good. Sure, there was some no selling involved in this match, but not a bad match at all. Definitely not a bad match. A lot of moves in this. Big, crazy moves in this match. Hard hitting. Fucking big power moves. It's like, you know, it's good. I like seeing that. I give credit to that power bombs and fucking power moves. But it's like dangerous moves too. But it's, you know, what can you do? But it's exciting. You know, they fucking brawl. It's hard hitting shit. A hard hitting match. Konosuke Takeshita wins like with I think a big knee. After like he was like doing a Kenny Omega knee, like fucking Kenny Omega was about to get up, but then he fucking does it again, like whatever. Obviously false finish in this fucking match, but you know it's fucking your typical indie shit, but it definitely was exciting, and I will give credit because again there was a story because of the Don Callis shit, so I cared, and you know what? Hey, it was very good. I'm not gonna lie, I can't hate it. It was good. I'm gonna give credit if credit is due. Very good fucking match. With the moves I've seen, the match pace, though it was long, it was good. I can't deny that. 9th match, I don't know, whatever. The next match before the main event. Bullet Club Gold. Austin, the Guns and whatever. Fucking Jay White and Bruce Robinson defeats FTR and the Young Bucks. I don't care. You could have easily done like a triple threat tag team match or a fatal 4 even with the Guns. you could have easily done that to make people care for a potential tag title match. I didn't really care much about the match, honestly. All I know, there was a CM Punk chance in this fucking match, and all that. I didn't really care. I'm sorry. I don't care. And I don't really care about jobbers. I'm sorry. And the main event, I'm going to say why I don't like this match. A lot of people probably like this match because, you know, got it, because Orange Cassidy's freshly squeezed. He's so fucking, like, whatever. I don't care. Some people even complain because this was predictable, but it's like, motherfucker, you really think it's believable that Moxley was to lose to this fucker? And as much I think Moxley done a lot of stupid gay shit in his AEW run and indie shit, but like, come on. You really think it's believable for Jon Moxley to lose to Orange Cassidy? Obviously, the fact that this match was longer than 5 minutes is fucking stupid. By logic, fucking Moxley should have fucking defeated this guy like this. But, whatever. Moxley defeated Orange Cassidy. Some people said this was predictable. Orange Cassidy should have fucking won. Who gives a shit? I don't care. So, they had this main event because this was basically their only single world, this was basically the only real, compared to everything, this is basically their only main title that they had on this show to main event. And it was like, and Moxley was a former world champion, so that's basically why. That's what was the main event. This match, by logic, doesn't even feel like a main event in my opinion. But compared to everybody, like, everybody's like, really, this is the main event? And obviously I don't give a shit about Orange Cassidy. Oh, he don't get it, he main evented, you know, to fucking shove it to the anti-smarks and whatever, like, I'm sorry. Oh, and, you know, I don't piece the cornet or whatever, I piece the fucking gay smart shit, like, fuck you. I'm sorry, I did not like this match, because, again, it's not believable that Orange Cassidy to kick out these big moves. They do all these crazy moves, like pile drivers and shit, and if fucking Orange Cassidy kicks out, he kicks out a fucking Moxley's finisher. How is that believable? And then, Moxley wins after the second one. It's like, come on, man. By logic, fucking Moxley should have just beaten this guy like this. Like, in the match, I wasn't intrigued because, I'm sorry, I don't care. And again, I don't care about this fucking world title, this fucking title reign. That, he just opened the show. And, like, his stories that, you know, he's fucking tired, and, you know, his body's in pain after fighting every time. Like, motherfucker, that's not a story. It's a fake story you smarts come up with. A story is fucking legit a hatred for wrestlers. There's no big feud for this match. It just happens for some dumb reason, because, get it? Fucking Moxley's one of your main guys you have through these years, and Orange Cassidy, he's had this long reign, and you have to have something to make people care about this show. The big title reign ended on this show. It's like, whatever, who cares? Moxley wins, whatever. So going from the world champion, and that's the problem with a lot of these wrestlers nowadays. They always go from being world champions to winning mid-card champs. Like, you can't go backwards. That devalues the care for wrestlers. But that's their fault for how they booked this show and whatever. I mean, whatever, man. I don't care. Now, I was not a big fan of the match, in my opinion. Especially, come on, this show is long, man. It's just long. Even watching the highlights were just long. Like, fuck. Overall, I know I said the show was mostly sucked, but maybe you were lucky to say the show wasn't the worst. But I still thought the show was really boring in most part. There were 3 good matches on this show. This show felt like it should have been just a Dynamite. I would have been less angry if this was just a Dynamite. But, but the matches, how it could be enough for fucking 2 hours, then you cut the time. A lot of these matches don't need to be long, man. That's the problem. A lot of modern wrestling is 2 long matches to appease the smarts. They think fucking quantity is like quality. That's bullshit. Quality means that no matter how long or short it is quality because of the good performance. It doesn't need to always be long, people. Like, sometimes being long is bad. But yeah, fucking the strap match was very good. The fucking Miro Harold Hobbs was good. And the fucking Konosuke Takeshita and Kenny Omega match was good. Definitely my favorite match, I would say, probably was Ricky Starks and fucking Danielson. I would not mind saying that. And also MJF and the Samoa Joe interaction. So I will say the show was okay. Okay, maybe. I don't know. I'll be honest with you, I was kind of bored most part with this shit. But, there you go. That's what I will say about fucking All Out. Could this show could have been better? Hell fucking yeah. Hell fucking yeah. So, for your supposed night 2, wasn't really that good for a supposed pay-per-view. If this was a Dynamite, it would have been way better. I would have fucking said this was way better. But, it's okay. Amy, I don't know. I think I'm just being generous because in honor of my birthday spirit. But, let's be honest here. Will we remember a lot of these things in the future? I don't really think so. That's why I'm not saying this show was awesome. I think people are overrating this shit, honestly. So yeah, the first Punk pay-per-view. I mean, the real fallout of no Punk will be happening on Dynamite. That's for damn sure. But we had fucking shows without Punk. Either you had Punk or not, you're gonna be the same shit. You've been the same shit for years. Punk did not increase your value, really. You kind of honestly lost a bit more value now because there was people who care about Punk, and he's like one of your only supposed draws on the show. Even though he's not a big draw at all, but whatever. Overall, for All Out was okay. Tony Khan said he probably gonna be a great show. Maybe the smart because I don't know, but this was smart bait. That's all it was. But I'm sorry, this show wasn't even that great, man. Come on. It was okay. It's okay. I think I'm just being generous, but in reality, like, will I remember this show? Not really, not necessarily. It wasn't even that great. I'm sorry. This show could have been a way better show. Obviously, from what we're given, it was not a great show. It was not great. It was from what we're given. It was not a great show. Did not feel like what you should be spending $50 on this shit. But it was okay. Okay, just okay. I don't know. But mostly kind of boring show. Okay, kind of sucked a little bit, in my honest honesty. If I'm a bad guy to say that, then I don't know. Y'all just fucking smarks, man. Y'all know how to live. Y'all fucking like weird fucking wrestling shit. Like, no matter the match, like no matter how like no good build, it only takes matches to you care about. But it's like they're not even all these matches are not even good. Not all these matches were good. If you're saying an awesome show, then basically 9 out of 10. It'll be 9 out of 10. Like all these matches were great. Not all these matches were great, and they're not main event. They're not fucking pay-per-view worthy. A lot of these matches are not pay-per-view worthy. Let's be honest here. But it's fucking great. Like whatever, man. That's fucking. Again, it could have been just a Dynamite. Whatever. That's All Out. They're supposed one of their big WrestleManias, and did not feel fucking really good. It's just my honest opinion. It was okay. Sure. Okay. Happy? It's okay. Maybe hopefully that makes you happy, but you guys are going to, okay, this was one of the best pay-per-views in the world. This might even be better than All In. If you're going to say this was better than All In, you're kidding yourselves. Okay, let's be honest here. And even I said All In was a decent show. Like, come on here. Oh, but just decent? Yeah, because there's still a lot of fucking, but compared to this shit, All Out, All In is fucking 10 times better than this. Let's be fucking for real. But whatever. That's the show for you. I'm just keeping it real. Get your gauge. Close my misleads. By miss bitches go, oh shit, oh shit. That's all I'm done gonna say. Until next time, peace. Yeah, bye. Happy birthday to me. Thank you for all the good wishes, by the way. I gotta fucking say thank you all for the good wishes. I really appreciate it. God bless y'all. If you guys think I'm this hateful motherfucker because I criticize wrestling all the time, again, in my fucking life, like I do appreciate y'all. Just please be nice, So I mean. I don't know, I deal with, but I'm a loving guy, man. I actually do appreciate all of you. It warms the cock with my cock, and deep down, aside from me being Zubair Talk TV on YouTube, which I guess I would say I'm kind of a little different on, even though I do portray who I am in real life as a person. Obviously, I'm more critical on this shit, but in my honest opinion, I do appreciate the support, and I appreciate y'all fucking being here and fucking enjoy. I do want to entertain all of you, so that's what the main thing's all about, entertainment. I don't hate any wrestler. If people think I hate anybody, I don't hate anyone. I don't hate any wrestler. I may fucking hate like fucking Adam Cole gay as a wrestler, think he's the most gayest motherfucker or whatever, but it doesn't mean I hate the person or whatever. Same shit to anybody, man. Okay, That's all I have to say. Alright? God bless everybody. Hope you guys have a good Labor Day weekend. Until next time. Peace. Yeah, bye. That's all out. And I'm out because I want to be out. Okay? Happy birthday to me, folks. And thank you for the birthday wishes. All out. Okay, show. But let's be for real here. Too long. Too much fucking, like, long matches. If it was, like, cut, like, the time limits, this would have been a great Dynamite. I'll even say it. Okay? And especially if there was, like, build on these shows, you know? It would have been good for, like, these match marks. Like, again, I guess, a lot of these match marks, like, wrestling should not be just appealing to match marks. Yes, I want good matches. I'm praising some of these matches despite the bad build. But when everything about every aspect of wrestling is good, that's when wrestling will be popular and be good. I want wrestling to be popular again. But let's be honest, it's not going to be popular because of this Sparky shit that appeals to fucking nerds. Let's be for real here. Alright, don't listen to people. Till next time, peace. Yeah, bye. God bless everybody, alright? Thank you.